talented. She currently plays Samantha Taggart on ER. Please welcome the lovely Linda Cardellini. I'm going to need to borrow those jeans after I'm done with my trainer.
Sure. I was just doing push-ups in the back there so I could have some muscles. Just I wanted to look like I had some muscles since you guys were talking about fitness. I thought
yeah, he's going to be on. Have you ever worked with him?
No.
John?
No.
Oh,
no.
It's supposed to be great. So
I'll be next in line.
Oh, please, hardly. So, gosh, tomorrow night's the big finale.
It's it, yeah.
And you've been on the show 6 years,
I
think?
Yeah. Just longer than high school or longer than college.
I know,
so
Linda. It is. It's like that's what it feels like, I'm sure.
Yeah, it feels like a graduation of sorts. So it's very bittersweet, you know. It's very sad, and then at the same time, it's very exciting for what comes next.
So everything's been shot.
Everything's done. We finished on Wednesday.
Did you guys have a big? Did they have a big blowout party?
We did. We had a party, and then also on Wednesday night after we finished, everybody just came to the stage, and even people who weren't in the show, people who had worked on the show for the past 15 years, just showed up, and there were like hundreds of us on the stage when they called the final wrap to the show, and we all sat there and we gave toasts and cheers and tears and
I mean that's all those years, 15 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I was being on a show for 6 years seems like a long time, but I'm the new kid around there, so
yeah. And did you think it was going to be that long?
No, I did not. I sort of joined and I was like, I'd like to be in the same place for a year and stick around my family, and I'd been traveling a lot, and it's just once you get there, it is just the nicest place to be. So I will really miss it.
That's really, you must have some friendships that you make on the show that you'll have for a lifetime.
We have. I mean, we're sort of sickeningly close. We do everything together. We go on vacations, we parties, and Perminder's actually a really good friend of mine. She's been such a good friend to me, and she's pregnant. So another friend of mine from the show, we decided that we were going to give her a surprise baby shower. So I had told her earlier. I said, I found out she's pregnant. I was like, so excited! I'll throw you a baby shower. And then my friend Nikki said, let's do it as a surprise. And so for like,
you told her?
No. So I never mentioned it again. And so for
Some friend you are,
4 to 5 weeks, she was like, what about the baby shower? And I was like, I'm really busy. And she told her husband, she said, Linda said she was going to give me a baby shower, and now I don't think anybody cares. And so we had to keep it to ourselves for so long.
That's tough, yeah.
And we actually had it at her house. So as soon as she left her, we had her.
How did you get in the house?
Well, we bribed her out of the house because 2 of her friends told her they had a photo shoot. So they got her all dressed up.
Well, you could do this at home.
Yeah.
Tell your friend you have a photo shoot.
And told her that she needed to go out to a photo shoot. So she had her hair and her makeup done. She looked really beautiful.
That is excellent.
Because a lot of people get mad at surprise parties when they show up and they look like hell, and everybody's like, surprise, and they're like, But so she went out and she actually posed with some, I don't even know what the product was, but she was taking fake pictures with.
What a great memory.
Yeah, and when finally, when she came back to her house and it was all decorated, we did this crazy sweep within 2 hours, had decorated the entire house, just transformed the whole thing. And when she walked in, she was so surprised, and then she was like, wait a minute, I just took pictures with some kind of product for 3 hours. But it was really a good party, and she was so surprised.
And you guys did something really neat, which I think people at home would love to see. One of the presents that you put together.
Yeah, one of the presents, because I've been to baby showers before, and I'd done baby showers. I love to give parties. That's a thing in my family. Everybody gives parties.
Yeah.
My grandfather used to say if a fly on the wall, my family would throw a party. So it's my family loves to throw parties, so I have that in my blood.
Grandpa used to work at Hallmark.
Yeah, exactly. I'd made onesies before. We decorate a onesie, but then my friends who have had the onesies are like, I have 25 ugly onesies that I have to try to put on my baby to please everybody. So I thought, okay, well, what can we do that's different? So I'd seen that there are these memory quilts.
Right.
And I thought, it'd be nice, since the party was basically ER people. So we all got together, and my friend's mom, Judy, makes these beautiful quilts, and she said, I'll help you out. And so she gave me these squares, basically.
Now I love this because you can do this. Yeah.
And we picked out all the fabric, and then in the colors, and then we had these blank squares. So then everybody came and decorated them. And it was a co-ed shower, so the men were sort of not into to it. But I gave them stencils. So then once you give somebody a stencil, they feel like they're an artist. So.
And do they embroider this then?
No, they just paint it, just fabric paints. Right. And so this is from this is our illustrious sound man, and he did this jewel here, which is for the baby.
Very cute.
And then and this is another favorite. This is from John, Uncle John Stamos, and it says that this is supposed to be a monkey, but it doesn't.
A dancing something, yeah.
Maybe
dancing
better
monkey
actor
with the tail.
and maybe drummer than artist. But so that one, and then this was my favorite from Scott Grimes, who plays Dr. Archie Morris on the show, which is "I Might Be Your Daddy."
I mean, yeah, this is the baby, but that's what's so great for a shower. If you have a friend having a baby, this is pretty great.
So, and Parminder was really surprised, and we were all so excited. It was very, it was actually a really good excuse for us all to get together before the whole show ended.
Yeah, and it's really nice, and I know great things are going to happen to you. You are such a talented young lady. I love all your work.
Oh my God, thank you.
No, you're really great, Linda. And talking to you today, we see the depth, which I think always we do, especially from your grandpa. Now you have a clip of the big finale.
Yeah, I think
the night before. This is your big episode on.
This is one of the big episodes. I think this is me and my mother, which my character Sam, she's sort of had a rough life and she's a tough character, and this is a scene between her and her mom.
Amy Madigan, great
Amy
actress,
Madigan, yeah, beautiful, wonderful actress, yeah.
All right, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and play along with you as the martyr and me as the evil child.
You don't have to sit here at all.
I was young and dumb and in love, Mom. I believed everything he said.
I raised you better than that. I raised you better than that.
No, you didn't.
Such a great show. Such a great show.
She's no top mom. That's for sure.
She didn't get
certainly
America's
not
top
like
mom.
no, she's not very good mom.
Linda, thanks so much for stopping by and being
Thank
on
you
the
so much
show.
for having me.
That's great. The series finale of ER airs tomorrow night at NBC. We'll be